And now for a performance of The Night Before Christmas
by Clement Clark Moore or Henry Livingston.
'Twas the night before Christmas,
when all through the house
Not a creature was stirring.
not even a mouse.
The stockings were hung by the chimney with care,
In hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there.
Children were nestled all snug in their bed,
while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads.
And Mama in her kerchief and I in my cap
had just settled down for a long winter's nap.
When out on the lawn there rose such a clatter.
I sprang from the bed to see what was the matter.
Away to the window I flew like a flash.
Tore open the shutters and threw up the sash.
The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow
gave the luster of midday to objects below.
And what to my wondering eyes should appear
but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer,
with a little old driver so lively and quick.
I knew in a moment it must be St. Nick.
More rapid than eagles, his courses they came.
And he whistled and shouted and called them by name.
Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer, now Vixen.
On Comet, on Cupid, on Donder, and Blitzen.
To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall.
Now dash away all, as that dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly.
When we meet with an obstacle, mount to the sky.
So up to the housetop the coursers they flew.
With the sleigh full of toys and St. Nicholas too.
And then in a twinkling I heard on the roof
the prancing and pawing of each little hoof.
As I drew in my hand and was turning around.
Go.
down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound.
He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot.
And his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot.
A bundle of his toys he flung on his back.
And he looked like a peddler just opening his pack.
His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry.
His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry.
His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow.
And the beard of his chin was as white as the snow.
And the stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth.
And the smoke had encircled his head like a wreath.
He had a broad face and a little round belly.
That shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly.
He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf.
And I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself.
A wink of his eye and a twist of his head
Soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread.
He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work.
And filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk.
And laying his finger aside of his nose.
And giving a nod up the chimney he rose.
He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle.
And away they all flew like a down on the thistle.
But I heard him exclaim, ere he drove out of sight.
Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night.
And when what to my wondering eyes should appear.
And what when my... Man, I hate being an actor.
They knew in a moment it had to be me.
Now Dancer, now see, you're messing me up.
Right into the camera, go ahead.
On Comet, on Cupid, on Donder, on Blitzen.
We can't get the D right.
A bundle of toys after the what? A bundle of toys blowing on his back.
Go.
A bundle of his toys.
After I say go, wait a minute, then go. Right?
Okay, after a bundle of his toys, what? Can I read it? I'm sorry. A bundle of his toys. A bundle of toys he can bring on his back. A bundle of his toys he had blowing on his back. That's good. A bundle of his toys. I forgot it.
Ready?
A bundle of his toys blowing on his back.
His eyes, how they twinkled, how dimples, how his dimples, how merry. His eyes, how they twinkled, how his dimples, how merry. His dimples, how merry, is that what it was?
Okay.
His cheeks like a cherry, like a rose. And the beard.
Okay, one more.
That was bad, sorry.
One more time.
that shook like the shook when he laughed. That shook when he laughed. That shook when he laughed with the big. That shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. That shook that he laughed with a big bowl of jelly. Full. That shook when he laughed like a big. That shook when he laughed with a bowl full of jelly. That shook when he laughed with the big. I can't do it. I'm sorry. That shook when he laughed with a bowl full of jelly.
He was chubby and plump, a right old jolly elf. Wait a minute, because I don't even. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf. I do not like that part. A right old jolly elf. He was chubby and plump, a right old jolly elf. A right jolly old elf. He was chubby and plump, a right old jolly elf. Jolly, because I'm nervous too. Jolly old elf.
Yeah. When you're ready. 1, go.
Soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread.
He spoke not a word.
And then filled all the stocking. And turned with a jerk.
Me?
Soon gave me.
Soon gave. Oh God.
Soon gave me to know I had
Soon
nothing
gave
to
me
dread.
Wait, stop. Okay, ready, go.